So, this is not clickbait, and this time around I'm not just using Format Skipper and Parallel Exceed, I'm running a high count of Cyberses. My name is StardustYGO, welcome to my Cyberse Infernity deck that actually uses Cyberses, not just 3, and also goes heavy on Infernity. It's not just like I only run a few from each. This actually runs a decent amount of both sides. Although to be fair, Infernity is a quite small engine nowadays. You could make arguments that's not really an Infernity deck, but hey, I think it is, so yeah. Anyway, this is my Infernity Cyberse deck. Now, I already tested a combo with Format Skipper and Parallel Exceed, that's just very good. Basically, if you go use this, you can just go into Bailings, get a field spell, go to another copy of Bailings if you want to, due to Sanctuary's effect. And since Skipper can just search Parallel Exceed, there you can just go off and go into the Garrus. Now, if you have an easy way to get level 3s out, you can do some additional things. One of my favorite things to use here is the little Solomon Grade engine. Yes, this is basically it's Cyberse good stuff with Infernity. So we can run 3 Spinny and a Gazelle. So the basic idea is, if a Solomon Grade monster is sent to your graveyard, accept itself, you can special summon it from your hand. And then you can send a Solomon Grade card from the deck to the graveyard, accept itself. And if this card's in the graveyard, you can special summon it, but banish it and leaves the field. Now the cool thing is these are both level 3s. What does this mean? If you have a way to go into Bailings, Bailings will get Sanctuary, Bailings then goes to another Bailings. Hey, a Solomon Grade card goes to the graveyard. You can special summon the Gazelle, then we will summon the Spinny. We go into Cherubini, we have another monster ready. We just need one more monster to go to Sayuja with the third effect active. Or we can easily we have 2 monsters for the full effect. It just makes going into Sayuja a lot easier. That's the basic idea here. Of course, Lady Debug is a good way to go into Gazelle. You of course have the Signet Mining, which, as a negative side of things, discards a card, so usually it's not worth it, or well sends from the hand to the grave. But wait, we play Infernity. We want to be handless. So suddenly this card is very good. That's correct. There's a lot of ways to extend beyond the initial starter. I got a hand testing video coming up soon where I just showcase a full few hands. I pre-recorded basically just a combo showcase with actual hands. It's a bit like combo showcases, I guess. To give you a basic idea of why it will give you a basic idea into the deck. I would recommend watching that as well on top of this video. So I picked the good things from Cyberse, combined with Infernity to make a very good variant. To make a very solid deck list. So we have a few really good cards we run. Yeah, where do I even started this explanation? Let's focus on the Infernity side first. It's a small engine. 1 Archfiend, it's your main searcher, it's a bullshit card, but you don't ever want to run more than 1. Even in this variant, I don't think you would want to go over 1. Street Patrol, it's part of Infernity, it summons Archfiend from hand, sometimes you need it in the grave. Otherwise you can't do any combos, so that's why I run 1. Fiendish Rhino, this sends Archfiend via Cherubini. Cherubini can only send level 3, so we need to do it via the Fiendish Rhino. Sometimes you want it in your hand, in that case you use Fiendish to send Hyris. Never send Hyris direct to Cherubini. Cherubini sends for cost, Hyris will not trigger. Send Fiendish, Fiendish sends Hyris. And then Hyris will be like, oh, I got sent to the graveyard at Archfiend. Now if this card is sent to the graveyard because of a card effect, keep in mind the Silent Mining discards for cost. It will not work if you discard it. Important to notice, of course. But if you're a good player, you already knew that. Smile. The Wildcat, you run this is a Garnet. You run it start for the Hulk. That's also why I don't mind running 51 cards. There's of course the Necromancer, main part of the Infernity combo. 1 Avenger, best tuner, because it's level 1. This is basically a normal monster level 1, sadly, but it's still a good one. Because of that in Infernity. Mirage, we just need 1 because of Leviair combos. Now we can only run 1 Leviair in here since we need to run 2. We need to cut cards for our. Yeah, we need to cut cards for the Bailings. Well, what more, right? Yeah, so we get Arclight and a Leviair, which we normally run in the Infernity engine to run 2 Bailings. Now this is makeable with any level 4 lower Cyberse. It's not just Solomon Grade. It being generic is what makes this variant so good as well. Yeah, besides that, of course, we run a launcher and 3 barriers. We usually search this via combo, it's fine. Cyberse wise, we run 3 debugger. This will search your what's its name? Yeah, your gazelle, and then that's 2 level 3s already. And extenders on top of that will really help. Parallel exceed, you want to hard roll this if possible, otherwise forward skip can also search it if you forward skip on something else, for example. This just summons any Cyberse from your hand. Any, regardless of level, it's a level 3 itself. Very good for 3 X's. Arguments could be made for running a 3rd copy. I think 2 tests fine, but if you want to run 3, that's fine too. 3 backup secretary, if you just control a Cyberse, you can just special summon it whenever, independent of which Cyberse you have. And it's a level 3, 3 X's, Cherubini needs 3, yeah. Spinny is low, Spinny's life, just kidding, but yeah, you can basically, if you control a Solomon Great card, you can just discard it, then gives it to 500 attack, and then if you control a Solomon Great, you can special it. Any Solomon Great can go to Bailink, so this is always live, this rarely breaks, if at all. 1 C Archiver. If a monster gets summoned to a zone, link monster points to you can special summon this from your hand or grave. So you can easily discard for something like Popper Up, which of course run for consistency, Silent Mining or Apocalypse, then later special summon it from the grave, making it very easy to go into extensive plays. It's a bit of a garnet though, but I like it. I can't lie. Like opening this and backup secretary, for example, and something like Widget Kit can make for some great hands. Defcon Bird just discards another Cyberse monster special on itself. It's searchable once again, so this can fix hands mostly. It's also level 3 once again. Format Skipper, you can just go into Solomon Great Bailings, search your Exceed. The dream hand is to open this and Gazelle. It's possible due to mining, it's just very unlikely. But it does happen. Pop-ups of course for consistency, we just want... I prefer this over card destruction since you control how many you discard and your opponent doesn't get any benefits. That's why you run Popper Up. It just fixes your hand in this kind of deck. 3 mining for consistency, Upstart and Into the Void. I've explained this before I think, but yeah, the basic idea behind the Upstart and Into the Void is that you can just set them if you don't need them. If you want to use them, you can just draw another card. It's never bad to open this in Infernity, so you run it even when going over 40 cards in Infernity. Other decks I wouldn't, in Infernity it makes sense. Foolish just sets a place, sending Archie to something is really good, Monster Reborn just to set a place more. Succession, just as an extender, it's very good, helps when you get hand trap for example. Circle, searches your Gazelle, it's another copy of Gazelle. But yeah, it's limited, so it's not really consistent. 3 Apocalypse, just gets your Archfiendity on Necromancer in the grave. Maybe Sea Archive if you need an additional extender. Or hell, even Spinny works. Wait, never mind, this sends Fiends to the grave, I'm an idiot. Well, I mean, it gets that Necromancer and Archfiends. Reading cards and Yu-Gi-Oh players, am I right? Yeah, Launcher's broken, I already told you, and Sanctuary just works with Bailing Church for free. If you already open it, it's also fine. 1 Void Ogre, 1 Savage Dragon, your quintessential level 8s. 200 eyes for the Levier loop, the Mirage loop I mean, which also uses the Mirage, the Levier. So yeah. The Garrus, it's like the modern day level of chain, and if you know what level of chain is, you should know it's good, if not, look up Infernity XCs, the old meta deck, it's fun with Laval Chain, that's variant of Infernity bullshit. 3 Sayujas, just, especially the 4th effect can be relevant to this variant, but 3rd effect is also nice, you can easily just go into it, due to Cherubini and, once again, Bailink's already counting as 2 monsters, this is already linked too, so yeah, it becomes very easy to go into Sayuja. Appaloosa for easily accessible gates, this card is still legal, how, I don't know. Best generic link 2 in my opinion. There's a code breaker that has more attack, but this is better arrows for succession, so I prefer this one. Hulk just gets our cat from the deck, with all the rest of what I explained. So that's my Infernity Cyberse deck. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time. Start signing out. Peace.